No, thanks. What would you do and how would you respond to an unhygienic customer? Don't agree with that. Describe as a time when you made a mistake in your duties. I don't need to say any more. Enough said. Hey everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. So for today's video I'm doing a makeup Q&A. I asked you guys over my Instagram to send me in all your questions. Screenshotted them on my phone, I've written some down in a notepad. I've got about 300. I'm going to try and answer as many as I possibly can. If you're not already following me on Instagram then go and check it out. I'm going to leave a link here. And if you like this video, make sure to leave a like down below, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any future videos. And if you want to know a little bit more about me and my makeup journey, then keep on watching. How did you start your makeup journey and what makeup brands do you recommend? So my journey started early December. I've always loved doing makeup, but I was really not great at it. So early December I got sent a product and it was the wrong shade, which was absolutely fine, and I just looked at it and I thought this is an opportunity for me to learn a new skill. And then I booked in a one-to-one lesson. I thought I really loved doing makeup and I wasn't that good at it. I didn't really know anything about it. When I say I had one foundation, one concealer, I didn't own contour, lip liner, literally nothing like that. I knew nothing. I thought if I do this one-to-one lesson I'll learn a little bit more about doing it myself. So I went to it, I booked in with Isabella 5e Makeup and I absolutely loved it. I thought I want to try this on someone else. So about 2 weeks later, booked in to do that on 2 people and I just absolutely loved it. I thought this is something I'd really like to do. So obviously it was like mid-December at this point. It's getting close to like New Year's Eve. I asked for some models, got some models in. My first face I painted I think was the 27th of December 2019, and that was the first time I'd ever done someone else's makeup. That's just how it started really. Next up, how long does it take you to do your colourful looks? It probably takes me like an hour, hour and a half. I think the longest I've ever taken was about 2 hours. I just like to take my time, I don't want to rush it. So probably an hour and a half. But a lot of the time I do half a face and that takes me probably like 45 minutes, an hour. Ooh, what pushed you to make an MUA page, keep consistent and perfect your work daily? I like this one because I feel like a lot of people think if you make a makeup page that's kind of it, as long as you're getting clients in, but there's so much more to it than that. Like you've got to get insured, a lot of people get qualified, you don't necessarily need to. Health and safety, there's so much to it. I think starting a page, it takes a lot of courage, but once you've done it, it's more maintaining how you want your page to be. It's not just going to grow without hard work. So I feel like I'm quite determined, and if I want something really bad then I'll go for it. I think if I would never do anything half-heartedly. If I liked makeup a little bit then I'd probably just practice on myself, but I was so focused in it. I knew the standard I wanted to be at. It was important for me to showcase my whole journey. I didn't want it to just be all the good parts. I wanted it to be from the start, the whole way through. Making a makeup page, for me, I wanted people to visit it regularly. I wanted people to come for inspiration. I wanted to be that page where people clicked on their story and, you know, when it takes ages to refresh, they still wait for it to refresh. I knew at the start, I knew I wasn't necessarily at the level I wanted to be able to post every single day. Now I'm able to, and I feel like I've got better content. That's kind of pushes me, and it pushes me every day to carry on doing that. What is your most cherished makeup product? Probably my NARS Soft Matte Concealer. I love it. I just think, because it's, when I ordered it, I was in an ahhing buying it. I haven't really used that much, but I've used it so much, if that makes sense. So I feel like it is quite small, but it lasts you so long. So needed for every single look. I like this one. Best way to get looks seen. Now this is quite hard because it kind of varies. I love hashtags, I think, but make sure the hashtags are relevant. If I'm doing a post and then I've put a hashtag that's not really got anything to do with the look, when people are searching for the hashtag, and it comes up with your look, it might not match what they're kind of looking for. So make sure it's relevant. And also a lot of brands have their own hashtag. So you've got P. Louise, you've got the P. Louise base, Doll Beauty highlighter, and these brands follow their own hashtags. If they're not looking through all the tag posts because they've got so many tag posts, they might just occasionally look on the hashtags, see what's there, and then if they see your look standing out on that, they're more likely to see it and then go on your page. I'd just say be consistent with it, whether you're posting every day, every 2 days, or once a week. As long as you're doing the same routine, people kind of expect you to post, they kind of look forward to it. I know I've got loads of people with their post notifications on, which I cannot believe, and I never expect people genuinely are interested in it, which is amazing. But I think if I wasn't consistent with it and I just posted on a Wednesday at 1 AM in the morning, I'm not going to expect it to go anywhere. Also, look at your insights. Make sure when people are active on your account, I don't necessarily post at the same time every single time. Sometimes you want to mix it up, but just be consistent with it. Decide on your routine, make a theme for your page. You don't necessarily have to make a theme, but I think if you were to click on your own page, would you want to look at it? Imagine yourself visiting your Instagram page and you don't know who you are, you've never seen your work before. If you was to find it on the explore page, would you want to stay on there? Would you want to follow yourself? Would you want to like all your pictures, and would you want to scroll down? Because I find like sometimes when there's a theme, you're more likely to scroll through the page. Would you ever start your own makeup line, and what products would you make if you did? I have been considering this before I even made a makeup page. I've always wanted my own lash line, but I think there are so many amazing artists and brands that make lashes. Like Tatty Lash, I've got the Mitchell underlash. I feel like that's really unique. I hadn't seen an underlash before that, and that was probably the only underlash I'd ever used. If that makes sense, they've made that. I'd want to make something else unique about the lash. Maybe even if it wasn't an everyday lash for somebody, but I'd want it to be really unique. I do want to bring up my own products, and it will happen one day. I feel like I wouldn't reveal too much on that. I just feel like I've got some ideas and I don't feel like I'm at the stage where I want to necessarily pursue them. But I'm keeping them up here. I'd want it done correctly. I don't understand if there's a lash already made and then you just put your name to it, because you haven't made it, you haven't designed it. You've just kind of like got a £1 lash and stuck your name on it. Don't agree with that, personally. What's one tip you would give someone who is starting out in makeup? I think you need to believe in yourself, because that's what's going to keep you going. You'll have days where you have a bad makeup day. Everyone has a bad makeup day. And you might think, have I forgotten how to do it? Or if you haven't done it for a long time and then you have a bad makeup day, trust me, the thoughts that go through your head, you feel like you just can't do it. Believe in yourself. Be confident in what you do. You don't necessarily have to be a really confident person, but fake it till you make it. That's what I believe. I remember my first clients, New Year's Eve, I was really nervous because I felt like it was a big night out. I wanted to make sure I came across the way I wanted to come across. So I can remember opening the door and being really loud and bubbly, like, hi, you right? How I wanted to come across, I wanted to come across really confident, like I had a lot to say. I feel like that helped how the session went, because I acted how inside I really was. I just maybe didn't want to show myself that way, and I just went through it. Probably wouldn't have answered the door like that. I probably would have just been like, hello, are you okay? I can remember walking through the door and the conversation just flowed straight away. I think that helped me. If you relax, your makeup will go better, because you won't be worrying, you won't be thinking, I've got to think of something to say while I'm trying to do the makeup. It will just come naturally. It makes the other person a lot more relaxed. But I think the majority of people get their makeup done, they like to have a chat at the same time. I think you coming across quite confident with it makes people feel relaxed, but I'm not saying you have to be a really confident person, because I wasn't. It's grown on me and now I am like that. I just think I forced myself to be like that. Believe in yourself, have confidence, and take your time with it. Don't rush it, whether you're rushing the actual makeup process or your whole journey. Don't try and force yourself to get to a point to quit. Set yourself goals. It takes time, so be prepared to put a lot of hard work in. How often do you clean your brushes? I do them every single day. I saw Mitchell do a IGTV with IsoClean, which is amazing for cleaning your brushes. Amazing. I think he said something along the lines of, if you're applying all this skincare, then you're going to put a dirty brush on your face. What was the point in doing any of it? And it's so true. It's not hygienic, and hygiene's so important now more than ever. In between every single client, you should be using a clean brush. That's just important. So every single day, and it will always be every single day. Obviously in between clients as well, but on myself I do it every day. Are you good at art? You just seem like you would be from your looks. Well, thank you for that. Wasn't really that interested. Like I said, I always loved doing my makeup, but I didn't really know that much about it. So I feel like in art I wasn't looking to explore and be really good at it. I didn't not enjoy it, like it wasn't something I hated to do, but I wasn't that invested in makeup. So I feel like if I had been enjoying makeup as much as I do now at that time, then maybe I would have, but it wasn't really anything I really looked into too much. Did you think you would get to where you are now within only 4 months? Because it's amazing. Well, thank you so much. I feel like no, I really didn't. I didn't know where I would be. I could see where I wanted to be in my head, and I knew that I'd get there, but I think with lockdown, having a lot more time, doing a few looks a day, I'm amazed that I'm here already. It has been a lot of hard work. It's took a lot of hours, midnight glams, a lot of missing things. I didn't go out as much. I'd be late for dinner. I was just so focused on it, nothing was going to tear me away. Through keeping going, now I'm at the stage where I'm happy with it. I don't know, I feel like it's only going to get better from here. I do believe though, if we weren't in lockdown, obviously it hasn't been an easy situation for anyone, but having the actual time, I feel like it's been the amount of time you would have never had at once. So if we hadn't been in lockdown, who knows, I might be only at this level in August, September. I've taught myself so much in a short space of time, just purely from sitting down and practice. I feel like that's what's kind of made me grow more. I think I don't know if I'd have even had this much skill even if I'd put in the same amount of hours at a later date. What did you do to become so talented in such a short space of time, like YouTube videos? Well, thank you so much. I feel like I've been doing it for ages.
Few moments later.
I watched one YouTube video. It was a Rebecca palette. It was a James Charles palette. Look, it was like a pink and orange. I did it for my 16th birthday. I wanted to do a different look because I've always just done a really neutral eyeshadow look. I never even used to use a base on my eyes. I didn't really understand that that was even a thing. Even using concealer, I just put the eyeshadow on. So you can imagine how it looked. It was such a big palette with so much colour and so much potential. I had no idea where to go with it. That's the only YouTube video I've actually watched, and after that I never practised. Literally started practising December.
4 moments later.
I feel like YouTube is such a good platform for learning, but I just wanted to teach myself. I got to a stage where I'd done a few one-to-one lessons and I just wanted to sit and practice on myself. I never really wanted to do a qualification. I wanted to be self-taught. I wanted to learn myself. I've always believed you don't necessarily need a qualification to be amazing at something. Obviously I've done a few one-to-one lessons and they have really helped. Like, I learned stuff I never knew. The start of April to the end and going onwards from that, that's where it changed for me. I just sat down with the colours and I just practised, and I'd spend all day doing it, and I wouldn't go on my phone. I'd just be doing makeup because that's how much I wanted to be good at it. So yeah, I feel like YouTube is really good. I'm going to be doing a lot of tutorials. I feel like where I'm quite early into it as well, it might help people that are really starting out. So many people message me saying, you've made me more confident, you've inspired me to start a makeup page. That's really what I love about it. I think I'd love to do one-to-one lessons myself at some point. But I feel like YouTube for me, that's kind of like an online one-to-one lesson, but you get it for free.
Hours later.
I don't know if I've answered the question there. If you had to create a law within makeup, what would it be? I don't feel like you need to compare yourself or compete. It's an industry, there's enough for everyone. No matter how many makeup artists come, there'll always be enough for everyone. I've seen this quote the other day. Just because somebody does your everyday night glam, I think it was Molly O'Brien, and it doesn't mean they're going to do your wedding day. There's enough for everyone. There's enough people in the world to support everyone in the industry. I think if you're not here to have fun, then don't do it. Ooh, what do you think will never change about makeup? Like how brows have changed? I love this question. I feel like brows have changed, haven't they? I feel like the nude kind of neutral bronzy glam will never go, and I feel like a nude lip will never go. Probably those two things. That's a really interesting question, because I think as well, like blush coming back in, and I absolutely love a good blush. Now it's come back. At the end of the day, you can keep whatever trend you want. You don't have to necessarily be in line. Obviously, if you're a makeup artist, people will expect you to do what they want you to do, which is absolutely how it should be. But on yourself, like, do whatever you like with it. What would you do and how would you respond to an unhygienic customer? Hopefully never have to. I feel like I don't even want to imagine an unhygienic customer. Like what does that involve? No thanks. Did you expect this amount of support when you started out? Never in a million years. Because I constantly have 30+ messages a day, which no way am I ungrateful for. I'm not going to quickly try and get through them like it's ticking them off a list. I'll aim to have a full conversation with every single person. You will know my voice notes can sometimes be very long, which I never really expected. Like I just don't think that works like that. I was never popular and never thought anyone would want to see my page as much. So no way. I'm so grateful for it, but I just thought that happened in years. Like, it's just crazy. I just never expected it. If you could live in one makeup look you've done, which one would you pick? Oh my god, that's such a good question. I love that question. I quite like what I've got on now. It's actually made me think. I think maybe that or my green one. And think about if you were stuck in it. Say it was like a mask that was permanently attached to your face. I quite like to stand out with it as well. That's actually made me stop and think. Top 5 products you live by. Top 5 products. My NARS concealer. My P. Louise base, because then I can cut the crease with the base as well. I can use this under your eyes. The flawlessness under your eyes from this. It's incredible. My Golden Peach highlighter from Beat Face Cosmetics. How many have I got? 3. Pink Honey brow gel. Moisturiser. You have to have a moisturiser. Like the Clinique. It's like a yellow bottle. I don't know what it's called. That. Those are the 5. Oh yeah, but I wouldn't have lashes, would I? I'd have to have lashes if I was having like makeup on. What else should we go for? Oh, could you see yourself doing makeup in the film industry? Yes. I love this. I've always people have said to me, would you want to do theatre makeup? And I'd love to, especially if it was like a show where it was quite colourful, you could kind of go where you want with it. But then again, I love soft glam, so I'd feel like I'd like to do that. You know, when it looks like they haven't got makeup on, but they actually have got quite a lot on. What products do you regret purchasing the most? I bought so many pigments at the start of doing makeup before I'd even got my foundations, which was just a bit stupid. And so many like glitters and stuff, and I think I've got so much stuff that I know I'll use at some point, but I could have bought something else. Don't feel like I'm here to like slay any either. Got so many eyeshadow palettes that have never been opened, but I bought them just because I saw them or I thought I could use them. But really, you end up stapling yourself to a few. I've got like 5 that I really like, so probably that. If you could do any celebrity's makeup, who would it be and what would you do? Nathan from Geordie Shore. I just love him, and whether it was soft glam or kind of like more like a drag inspired look, I really would like to do. And probably like Katie Price. I'm obsessed with her at the moment. I just think she's such an amazing person. What's your worst makeup horror story? I don't think I have one, you know.
Few moments later.
I had a client, and it's not really a horror story, it's just kind of like a funny story. And my house, she couldn't find it, so she kind of pulled it further up the road and got stuck in the grass, and decided, because she couldn't get out, that she was just going to stay there and come in. And then and I'd literally never met this girl before, but she was so lovely. And then it got to the point of her going back in a car, and obviously it got later on in the night and stuck there for longer, and it was completely and utterly stuck. She couldn't move it back, nothing. So I don't think it's a horror story, because it was actually like, it turned out to be really nice. But she ended up staying until about 3 AM. It was fun though, like it was a lovely, like I talk to her all the time now. I feel like it was a nice thing, but it's not the best. Like imagine, like, because you're going out as well, you can't then go out and you've got your makeup done for RAC to come out and get your car out. What's my favourite foundation? I like the Ordinary at the moment. I like Morph. There's so many. I've ordered about 1 million for my haul, so that question will probably be updated. How do you keep your skin so lovely with having to do lots of makeup looks? This is a good question, because I think a lot of people don't understand how I do maybe like 3 looks a day. Don't forget, a lot of the time I do half a face, wipe them off straight after, obviously not with wipes, but I take them off as soon as I've took photos. But I just make sure I cleanse it properly. I really look after my skin. I drink a lot of water, so my skin's kind of always hydrated. Would you ever do a look that's kind of out of your comfort zone? 100%, I think. I have done some that are. You don't know how it's going to turn out, but you gotta give it a go. How do you get your highlighter so wet looking and beautiful? I can't seem to do it. I use Revolution Glow Fit. This is amazing. It's about maybe like £6. I just spray my brush quite far away, so like imagine my brush is here, like I don't go right close to it, because otherwise you've got a soaking wet brush. And I use Gosh highlighter, and then I dip into Beat Face Cosmetics, and then I put it on my face. Like sometimes I put Gosh on first and layer it, but like that's literally 2 products. If you were stranded on a desert island with only 3 makeup items, what would you take? Pink honey, brow gel, pair of lashes, a gloss. I think that, because I feel like then you're quite natural. Ooh. Describe as a time when you made a mistake in your duties. My brows. If you've been here since the beginning, I don't need to say any more. Enough said. Terrible. Who's your favourite MUA and what makes them different to everyone else? I really like Brooke Turnbull makeup. I feel like the way she does soft glam, I feel like to some people soft glam just looks how it looks, but there are so many ways of doing it. I love her cat eye vibes. I just love her as an artist. I don't think I have a favourite. I think everyone's amazing and everyone's talented, but I think she stands out to me. Advice on how to take criticism from other makeup artists. Well, you shouldn't be getting any criticism from makeup artists, because we've all been there. Every single makeup artist has started out. Every single makeup artist has made a mistake. So don't take advice from them if they're the ones criticising you, because they shouldn't be. The public, everyone's always going to have something to say at the end of the day. You can be doing what you love and getting hate for it, but at least you're doing what you love. Like the whole point of your life is to enjoy it, have a hobby, or do it as a job. Make sure you're just doing something you love. And I think, wouldn't you rather be doing that and getting like 90 people hating on you than doing a path you don't want to do and getting 70? I'd rather that. I'd rather that, even if I was getting 3 and doing the path I didn't want to do. Do you want to eventually have your own salon and a team of people? I'm going to be honest, I don't know, because I love the idea of having like, not like people work for me, but just have like a family team that are always working with me. Because I think you're working with each other, like they're not working under you, like you're all the same. But I'd love to, I think, but then it's not really like on my list at the moment of like goals that I want to achieve. I'm just kind of enjoying it how it is, and then if I decide to do that, then that will happen. Oh, what do you hate the most about being an MUA? Not what I hate most about being an MUA, but what I hate most about the industry is how so many people struggle to see their own beauty. Everyone's amazing at makeup, whether you just style, like you're great, like I think comparing yourself, like I haven't really done it, but I know how easy it is to do in everyday life, but especially with a look. I think a lot of people think they've been doing it for this amount of time and I've been doing it for this amount of time, why are they better than me? That's what I don't like about the industry, because a lot of people compare themselves and criticise themselves. I just think you've got to do it for you. Don't do it because you think you're going to get so many likes on this look. Don't do it because you think you're going to generate income from it, or you want to be better than someone else, or you want to be the best. Be the best in your head, but no one's better than anyone. No one's better than anyone in general in life. So I think we're all just trying to live our best lives and have a good time. What sort of other tips would you give someone who's starting out when it comes to eye makeup and skin? Skin prep. Learn about skin. Try different products out. It's so important when you're applying your base for it to go on smoothly against something. Primers are really good, but try them out. You're not going to like everything. A good moisturiser is always good. Eye makeup. Probably just try not to apply so much pressure. Because I know when I started out, I'd really press it on, and then I'd try and blend it out, and I'd blend so much that I'd over blend and it would just look like a big block colour. So I think try and work in small stages, kind of learn your own eye. Everyone's got different eye shapes, but practice, and try not to apply as much pressure. If you ever got big on your account, would you do meet and greets? Yes. I'd love to do this. I'd literally love to do this. I think the next question is, have you ever considered a masterclass? So I'm gonna answer these two in one. I'd love to do a masterclass soon, obviously when you can. I'd like it to be really interactive though. I'd like people to ask me questions while I'm doing the look. Love to do that. Next question, do you like helping small accounts grow? Absolutely love it. I love seeing people start something out. I always love posting as well, off my own back. Like if I see someone that's recreated a look or that's just started an account, I'll always love to share it. I don't necessarily always share it if I'm asked to, because I just think, I'll always share something I love. Not that I don't love it, your page, if I don't share it, but I'll always do it off my own back. So I tend to just say, of course, I'll just share it in a few days. So it's organic. I want it to be fresh. I want it to be real. I don't want it to look forced either. I'll always want to help you grow as a person, as a brand, as a page, but it will always be my own way, if that makes sense. What's the one thing you pride yourself on? I really like to embrace every part of my journey. I feel like I'm very proud of where I started at. I'm very proud of where I am now, and I think if you'd like to go and scroll to the first post I ever posted, she's a beautiful girl, but my makeup skills weren't it. Even if you look at the ones of myself, it really changed from the start of April to the end, when I really started. Not that I wasn't putting in the work before, but no one has that many hours when you work and stuff as well. My standard then wasn't always consistent. I could do a look on the 12th of January and then one on the 23rd might not look as good, because I wasn't implementing the same and the right techniques. So I'd say I pride myself on that I'm never going to hide any part of my journey. I want it to be as honest and to show the real depths of how when you start makeup, it's not all glamorous. And that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for everyone who's watched. Don't forget to leave it a like and subscribe and hit the bell down below. And there will be a video every single week. I'm really excited. I've got a massive haul coming. When I say massive, it's really big. I haven't actually worked out how much I've spent. I'm really excited for you all to see, and if there's any videos you want to see, then let me know down below. I'm always open to new ideas. I have got quite a few written down, and a lot of you have DM'd me with ideas, which is absolutely amazing. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.